The show that's always number one in the rankings. No debate over here. We're number one in your hearts and number one on the air. It's the Flex Zone. The only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. That red light zone, we're live on that WBGR sports page. We're inside the man cave for another Monday night show. Fresh out the oven for you. Call in, talk to us. 301-429-WBGR. Questions, ideas, you want to be a guest, talk to us. FlexZone1@gmail.com. Holla at us. Of course, follow us on Instagram. What else, D?
The Twitter.
And Facebook, the Flex Zone 1, like that Facebook page. And of course, more importantly, appreciate the subscribers. Keep subscribing. Not the first one, the only one. YouTube.com/the Flex Zone 1. Episode action-packed yet again. We got Flex Talk. We got Sport of the Week. And we got Goofies of the Week. And we conclude with Rapid Fire. And our guest is WBGR's own B. Will from Bowie State University. But real quick, we got to take a quick moment of silence for the late President Bush, who passed away earlier this week. We're back. Like I say every week, can't do the show alone. It's a team effort. And what better team than the team of the Flex Zone and Cousin D with DSN.
Yes, indeed, Byron. Thank you so much. We got a new official Facebook page now. Die Sport Network is hot right now. We got the games from DeMatha over the weekend. And check us out on the Twitter at Die Sport Net and the Flex Zone's Twitter as well. Flex Zone 1.
Why are you the only one with a pass?
No, because I'm getting work in. Bushhead.
Oh, boy.
Bushhead.
Not to mention, back.
And what better way to get the goofy party started than with my brother. No hat with the C on it. Oh, he took it off. But it's Crevonte.
It wasn't hot today, so I thought I gave it a break for today. Crevonte Hurd here. Goofies of the Week is gonna be crazy tonight. Crevonte Hurd. Facebook, Twitter, Crevonte_Hurd on Instagram.
The man who always gets the party started off right.
Bushhead.
I guess they call him Bushhead as well. Add that to the man of 1,000 nicknames. Doesn't raise the bar because he has the bar. The straw that stirs the drink. Andre Melton, baby.
Hey, you already know what it is. Follow me on IG, Black American Dream, of course, and Andre Melton on Facebook. And I'm not Bushhead. Some of us wishes that we had half the hair.
El Capitan Goofy Bushhead. I like it.
I think I got more hair on my chin than you do on your entire.
That's nice. Just make sure you put the pick in there, man. You gotta
Chill.
look like one of them springs going all out everywhere.
Chill.
Well,
you haven't been able to do that since what? You were 4?
Nah, dog. I don't need to have all that bush hair like that. Look at this thing. Bing, bing, bing. Look at that thing.
Hey, look, man.
Look at that baby.
Look, man.
Look at that thing.
I'm gonna use the Shawn Michaels line. Hands off the merchandise.
oh, boy.
Sorry.
Well, speaking of keeping your hands off,
Goofies.
Kareem Hunt definitely should have took your advice, Dre. Keep his
boy.
hands off. Of what, D?
That's what's up.
Woman. He didn't want to do it, but
I
Kareem
didn't
Hunt,
want to do it.
he was waived from the Chiefs on Friday after the video from TMZ came out at the most random time in the afternoon, showing of assault of a woman back in February at a Cleveland hotel in Ohio, where he pushes, shoves, and kicks her. Will he ever play again? So many things wrapped into this. We've seen this before here in Baltimore with Ray Rice. Dre, I'm going to start with you. What the hell happened?
I mean, honestly, I don't even know what happened. I mean, the only thing that for sure from the video that I saw is that he Randy Orton this chick. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. The kick, and then the thing is when you look at the video, his boys are trying to hold him back, and he still goes off. I'm like nothing. Like at some point, it doesn't click in your head. Like you about to mess up this money for everybody. I mean, how many people have to hold you back to stop you, and you still continue on, and then you lied to the Chiefs. You done messed your whole career up. I don't see him ever coming back into the NFL. At least with Ray Rice, the situation where he actually told the truth and he was upfront in what happened. It was the NFL that dropped the ball. This time it was from jump Kareem Hunt that dropped the ball. But who in his circle I feel like somebody set him up from the inside to expose this video. Because the timing, like Crevonte said earlier, was the timing is just so similar to the Ray Rice situation. For an incident to happen long ago and then for it to come out right now when the Chiefs are especially about to make this playoff run. I think this messes up the Chiefs.
Sure enough.
And then as you know, somebody that as a team that we thought was going to actually go deep into a Super Bowl run, possibly, I don't see it really happening for them, and they could probably see an early exit out of the playoffs.
Monte?
I completely agree. And on our drive up here, I was saying it was a couple factors that leads me to believe that he was set up. That was his first. He just moved into that residence, hotel residence building. I'm not sure what it was exactly, but he hadn't even been there a week. He only had been there a couple days. Didn't know the woman involved, and I don't know. It's really really fishy, really fishy. But nonetheless, he messed up, and he messed up bad. He lied, and he kicked the woman while she was down. I think that's. I don't think that image is ever going to leave any GM now or in the future's head, because we already know that the stance that the NFL tries to take on domestic violence. So, and definitely air quotes, because they're goofy enough in their own right. But that image, I don't think that image is ever going to leave anybody's mind anytime soon. And women are very supportive of the NFL. So, if you lose women, that's a nice portion you're losing via sponsorships, money overall. Like that's going to hurt. And I don't think no organization wants to take on that burden.
Before you go, D, Jerron, Wesley Harris says, it's always someone looking to come up on your fame and failure. Go ahead, D.
It's true, Byron, and that's what makes it sad and disappointing. You see anything comes up with a video, it always hits you the wrong way. I can't stand TMC, so I want to go up in front and say that right there. They're a bunch of scum and slime, but I'll leave that alone for another time. But in this case, deny, lie was not a good thing, Kareem Hunt. Not a good thing. You got to tell the truth, man. Can't tell no half-truths. And you feel like you're going to kick homegirl if she called you a certain racial term, whatever, get away. I hate to say let the homeboys deal with it. Let the homeboys grab her and just ease her out the building, man. Don't touch her. Don't do none of that dumb stuff, because that's what happens. It was definitely, I would say, a setup, because it's coming out. It happened in February. Now it's going to come out here in late November and December. And
yeah,
it sounded like it was an inside job too, man. It's disappointing, but I think he will get another job. We've seen Nixon before he got in the NFL had a similar situation like this, came out on video.
Even his teammate Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill had a situation. He is only 23. I think he will get another chance, but it will be a little while. And it definitely will not be this year. He's done in the league this year.
He's on the commissioner's exempt
list also.
Anyway,
so he's getting waxed his games once he get off.
So I think that anyway. I don't see him seeing. I don't see him touching, sniffing a football. Even next year.
Unless he, and I don't even think he can coach now.
Even next year. But I mean, to me, you talk about TMZ, the modern day National Enquirer. But
I say, a little different, because the National Enquirer is kind of a fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. Yeah. TMZ, that's real. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing about them.
But they in the same messy boat.
It's a media outlet.
But I mean,
it's the news now.
Sadly, yeah.
The interview with Lisa Salters, I don't know who on his PR team set him up to do that. I mean, if I was him, I would have taken time off before.
It was a little too fast.
Yeah, before coming out with an.
First of all, you can't. He's not a good interviewer. Obviously, he's not a good interviewer. With situations like him, put out a press release, write something, do a statement. Don't go in front of the camera, because you look extra goofy. Like, you didn't do yourself no justice.
And you didn't answer any questions. You didn't address it at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Look complete.
You are a terrible interviewer. Like, how do you ask for an exclusive, but you didn't answer any of the questions? Yeah. No, this is your time to go deep into what happened. She asked specifically what happened. You're saying, oh, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because you called for this. You're wasting everybody's time with this exclusive interview. You need to tell us everything that happened. Can't do nothing but help.
Yeah.
So this ain't like a court of law where he gotta be careful of his statements and everything. At this point, everything's out in the open.
You might as well be as truthful as possible.
Might as well, because that's why you messed up the first time.
Do you say you think he'll get another chance?
I think he will eventually, but not in the near future.
Crevonte, do you?
Nope.
Dre?
He done.
Listen, that video. Like I'm saying, like I always say, no matter how bad you explain to somebody what something is, seeing it doesn't compare.
It don't.
And that's not gonna leave the eyes of anybody.
Yeah, that's what did Ray Rice in, and then especially for you to kick a woman.
Yeah. Why she was already on the ground? Like that's
it's not cool.
That's
not cool.
I didn't even understand. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay to hit women or anything, but I mean, she was already on the ground. What was the point of kicking her at that point? It was like a petty kick. Too, that point.
Yeah.
Gotta get away, man.
Yep.
Speaking of getting away, Mike McCarthy in Green Bay, he what, D?
He gone.
Oh, his ass need to be gone.
That's right.
Before we get into this, head coach for the past 13 seasons. First time since 1953, the Packers used multiple head coaches in a single season. 4.11 win percentage in the last 2 seasons, but 6.51 in his first 11 seasons. 4.7-1, worst start since 2006. He was 125, 77-2 as Packers coach. 9 playoff appearances, 6 division titles, 10-8 in the playoffs, and of course, 1 Super Bowl back 30 years ago. And Joe Philbin will be named interim head coach, former coach of the Miami Dolphins.
That's scary.
There you go. Now that's goofy.
Go ahead.
That's scary too.
That's goofy.
I want to mention right now, when you send on the great Aaron Rodgers like that and lose to the Arizona Cardinals, heads need to roll.
Listen.
The front office needs to go. It's ridiculous in Green Bay right now.
Listen.
Listen, Linda.
This is a similar situation to what's going on in New England. Well, what was going on in New England, because New England seems to have smooth things over. That's what winning does. Winning cures everything. But this situation where I think they value the player more than the head coach. And after losing back-to-back games the way that they did, and in particular the Arizona Cardinals, I think they overreacted because he honestly hasn't had, outside of last year, hasn't had a bad year since what, 2008? Or something like that.
And he just got $100 million guaranteed, by the way.
And he's one of the, long tenured coaches. No, not anymore. But he's had so much success with this team. For it to get fired, like, this was a bit hasty in my opinion. But I think you should look at the guys above him.
Oh, no doubt.
Because I mean, if you're gonna fire him, GM gotta go too.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no talent around Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there's talent, but there's not. They always rely on Aaron Rodgers to do everything.
No,
and trust me, Aaron Rodgers is great. He's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs at playing quarterback. One of the greatest passers of the ball we may have ever seen.
That's right.
But you can't keep relying on this man. Like, he was hurt at the beginning of the year because he has to do everything. Dre, like you saying, well, piggybacking off what I was saying, there's no talent. There's a lack of talent around him. You let Jordan Nelson leave, Devontae Adams comes up, but when the guy like Jordan Nelson leaves, who's going to get all the attention? Randall Cobb's injury prone. You never really had a running back. Like, you don't do what you have to do to keep your superstar upright and your team, your organization going in the right direction. Defense hasn't been right since ever, honestly. So, I mean,
outside of Fabio,
outside of all that, Mike McCarthy should not have been the only one that goes.
I agree to that.
Now, I don't think he should have went, but if you're going to fire him, you got guys up top got to go.
Real quick, they let the guy do the press conference after the game.
They did.
And then they fired him right after that.
Because he did mention in the press conference, he's like, hey, look, I've never been in a situation.
That sounds like one person behind that.
Hey,
it's goofy.
Your boy, Aaron Rodgers.
I told you before, it was setting for what happened yesterday. Mason Crosby need to get cut. The GM needs to go. They all need to get up out of here, man. It is a sin what they're doing about my
Go ahead.
I don't understand Mason Crosby. You had one job. Like,
that's my line, man. And one.
No, it's Mason Crossbar.
But I mean, but the thing is, isn't this the same fool that missed like 4 field goals in the game? Like, why are you still on the team? You should have been cut then.
Aaron Rodgers, the only quarterback I ever seen, man, that can go through these games. 95% of it's not his fault, and it goes down. I understand.
And when you have a quarterback the caliber of Aaron Rodgers, you should not be below 500.
Sure.
That's a fact.
At any point. And outside of 0-0, you should never be under 500.
Did Mike McCarthy deserve to be fired? Yes. Should it have happened right now?
Ain't no way.
No. Because I wouldn't have fired him right now. I would have at least let him finish the season. He's given too much to the organization to be fired at this point in time.
But even But even then, even if he had a bad season, that's 2. Name me the last bad season he had. And last year, we know Aaron Rodgers didn't play. So that shouldn't even go against him. So honestly, he had one bad season.
But his deciding factor was he lost the team. You could see the team wasn't playing for him. Aaron Rodgers himself looked like he didn't even want to be out there.
They didn't get along.
So,
no,
when that starts happening, somebody has to go, and it damn sure ain't gonna be Aaron Rodgers.
When you lose to a team that only beat one team this year at home, and they're from the West Coast, something got to go.
But if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I may have just asked for a trade. I may have been like, you know what, I don't even want.
Well, they just gave him $100 million guarantee. He ain't going.
It's two.
He can buy any celebrity he wants.
But I do want to say this statement. Aaron Rodgers, ladies and gentlemen, he's not winning another championship. He done.
He said it.
He said it. The game he lost yesterday was on his 35th birthday.
He said it. He said it. Not me.
Aaron Rodgers is done as far as winning another championship. I will be.
Comment in if you think Aaron Rodgers is going to win another championship.
I mean, that's heavy. That's real heavy to say.
Tom Brady still rolling. Drew Brees still rolling. I'm not going to go there yet.
No.
It's early. Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Do you see the talent around them?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers going to throw the football to himself.
Aaron Rodgers will find a way. He will find a way.
He will find a way to the couch. That's what he about to find his way to.
The next step. Listen, the next step.
Be realistic. How about that?
Oh my gosh. Go ahead. The next step for the Green Bay Packers is very, very, very crucial. You fired your coach midway through the season. Well, not midway. It's kind of like the third quarter point, but whatever. You fired him during the season. Who would you want to have as your head coach? That's what I'm saying. This was too hasty. You didn't think about this. You didn't think this all the way through. Now, Dre, by all means, if you didn't think he was the coach he once was, sure, fire him at the end of the year and see who's available. Mm-hmm. You have Joe Philman?
No, I wouldn't have done this.
Oh no!
That's what we're doing. Do y'all remember Miami?
I do. Exactly.
Do y'all remember Miami? He got fired a quarter, 4 games into 2015 with the Miami Dolphins. Come on now, like if you thought, man, y'all goofy, man.
Like Dre said, you better get it done because now you can't blame nobody else but yourself. You can't even blame no celebrities you date every week.
To stop it. The man only got one interception this year. He's got only one interception this year. It's not his fault.
I want to rant.
It's not his fault.
I'm going to leave my own.
You hush over there.
Hey, listen,
he ain't making a play.
And listen, another thing. Aaron Rodgers was changing plays.
I believe that.
He was changing plays.
I believe it.
So, that sucked for Matt McCarthy's side of the game, but he was changing plays.
It's only one number 12, and that's Tom Brady. You counterfeit number 12. You goat animal that belongs in the playground. You need to go back where you came from. You played every game at home, and you can't even beat that worst team in the league. That team lost to the Raiders, and you can't even beat them. You stop it.
You stop it now.
Now we got to move on
to
a great boxing match that happened this past Saturday.
Was it?
Heavyweight division's back. Did Fury get hosed?
Yes, he definitely got holes. Fury was the better boxer Saturday night. He had the better heart. Wilder's in his name, throws wild, and he got them 2 punches in the 12th round, got a couple in the ninth, but wild punching don't get it done. It's called boxing for a reason, and brother, you going to face Joshua, you got to get right.
If it wasn't for those two knockdowns, I'll admit, Fury would have won that. I think that's what saved Wilder. I think that's what made the judges say, you know what, this might be, this is a draw.
But Fury won.
But I think Wilder could have won the fight. When you do look at it, and he does knock him down, the referee took a while on that count. It was like that part I didn't understand because Fury is on the ground and the referee's delaying the count. Like, what is this, WWE at this point? Like, why are you delaying the count?
Tyson Fury rose from the dead like that. Great Undertaker, baby.
Shout out to Brian Waters, baby. That was a great one. It was a great one on Twitter. Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
I know why the count was shaking.
Hey, and the words of my man Emma, Mamma Mia! Mamma Mia! Mamma Mia!
Crevonte's holding up dollar signs, so it was about the money.
You know why that count was shaky.
Yeah, you're right. Because
why that count was shaky.
Because now what's happened? We got a rematch.
It's the setup. Y'all see, we've seen this movie before.
Boxing does it a lot, don't they?
We've seen this movie before. They're trying to pull a trilogy out of this.
Who's my man on ESPN?
Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas, man. I
didn't say nothing.
I wish I could have seen Tony Atlas because I know he was probably so frustrated he couldn't even talk. He'd be up there stuttering.
Boxing has the worst judges. They need a commissioner. They need to be regulated.
I totally agree.
That's what I was saying, because we having too many controversial endings that our eyes. I would say we're not all crazy. Like,
right.
It's wild to think that all of us could sit here and see one thing and agree to a point, but then these three people up front have vastly different views. Vastly different. I mean Fury. Right. I mean I don't know, and you're the tiebreaker and you don't know either. Like, that's wild to me.
Right.
And I think
I mean, what
the knockdown definitely helped.
And we just seen this in the
Triple
G Canelo fight. With their first fight. So I mean,
that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Keep this money, keep this gravy train going. We need to get as much out of these two as possible for Showtime.
But I mean, boxing at this point, they shouldn't have anything to really fear because they've got great fights coming up outside of Pacquiao and Broner. We're excluding that. But I mean, they actually do have some good rivalries and some good fights actually happening.
On Fox. Not going on.
So I don't understand why you got to keep doing this whole controversial thing. Just let the two big fellas slug it out, or whoever's in the ring slug it out, do their thing, and keep it moving.
But I was also bringing up the point that I forgot who I agreed with, but I was saying I didn't like Wilder late.
Yeah, we all said that last week.
I didn't like Wilder late in the boxing match because I felt as though I thought Fury was gonna be too much for him. That's a big guy. But he did knock him down pretty late. And I think that's what ultimately saved him.
It saved him, but it also proved to be, you could see that Wilder, like, he gave it all. When he hit him and he knocked him down, he thought that was it. And then when he got him, it was like, oh. Like, yeah. And then at that point, he was gassed.
And the fact that he just went down, he sprung back up.
And the thing is, he could have kept mauling him, but you could just see Wilder was gassed at that point.
Yeah, Wilder was taunting, doing
Wilders don't go, he don't go 12 rounds off.
Because he's used to nobody getting up.
He used to have the 6 rounds over.
He was feeling good because Alabama had just won.
We'll get a repeat.
But see, that's what happens when you hit somebody with something they're not used to. Like, we can point to any team, any almost dynasty or anything like that, when a team constantly wins the same way, but then somebody throws a monkey wrench into it. Now it's like, uh-oh.
What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I forgot what boxer said it. Was it Mike Tyson that said you always go into it with a game plan
until you get punched in the mouth.
Until you get punched in the mouth. And in a way that kind of happened.
Let us know who y'all thought won. But we got it, like I said, Deontay Wilder's from Tuscaloosa, and another team's from Tuscaloosa who got it done and going back. And then commences today, Dre. It's the Alabama Invitational, baby.
Oh, you know I gotta do it, baby. Roll Tide!
That's right. Roll Tide, baby.
Yes!
Flash Georgia! Yes. Flash
Deontay, what did you tell me last week?
Yes.
What did you tell you last week about teams from Georgia?
They're trash. Why? You don't pick teams from Georgia.
They know the bad.
They let you down when you need it. When you need them both times. They let you down.
Alabama.
Up 14.
Not just that.
Back up quarterback.
Atlanta both times.
Back up quarterback. And they can't get it done.
It's in your house, man.
Hey, wait a minute.
God.
No.
4th and 11 going for a punt. Let's read the top 4 as they finally made a decision. Of course, Alabama roll tide. Clemson, who ain't played nobody all year. Notre Dame, 12-0. And Oklahoma comes in after winning the Big 12.
Ole defense.
No Big 10 champion will participate for the 3rd straight season. No Ohio State for Crevonte.
But
Haskins looked good though.
Haskins did look good. I think, but
did they get it right?
This was one of those where I wouldn't be upset because I understood looking at Georgia's resume, Oklahoma's resume, Ohio State's resume. You can make a case for either one of them to get in, but you can also make a case for any one of them to not be in. I mean, Georgia with 2 losses, they're not, and they lost the SEC championship. Ohio State lost to Purdue. That was such an ugly loss.
29?
I mean, it was only one loss, but that's such an ugly, unranked
like
team. Yeah. It's almost worth 2.
Barely beat Maryland.
They struggled during that stretch.
Struggled against Maryland.
Nebraska almost beat them also.
And then, you're right, early in the year. And then we go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's defense is Olay. Like they have one of the worst defenses in college football. Like, that's how bad their defense is. But then you go to the flip side. Oklahoma, number one offense in college football. Ohio State turned it on late, beat Michigan. Don't
get me started on Michigan.
And listen. Michigan 2-3 weeks ago was really close to going to the playoffs. If they could have beat Ohio State, it'd have been a really, really good chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, Ohio State, that really helped Ohio State, but Ohio State needed it. But it was kind of like a too little, too late. And then we have Georgia. Georgia probably had the toughest schedule out of all 3. But I think it's the unwritten rule for the playoffs that you can't have 2 losses.
And that LSU loss is bad.
And LSU loss is bad. So, I mean, and in that sense, I guess they got it right.
And if I'm Alabama, I'm thankful that I'm not having to see Georgia again.
Drake's right
because I mean that was a physical matchup.
It was close.
You know what? Like, these teams, okay, it's like, all right, Clemson's going to be probably the toughest matchup if Alabama plays them. But if I'm Alabama, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, I can handle that. Clemson, Alabama, of course, they're the best 2 teams in college football right now. Their programs are just phenomenal. So, of course, that they need to be, those 2 deserve to be in. Notre Dame, here and there, you know, you've seen a few years ago, what was the Invisible Man?
Man's
doing this.
I'm just saying.
As you say, piss
Are they going to get rolled over again? Is that what you said about Clemson?
They going to get rolled over. And then Oklahoma, that's the team I'm really curious about. I remember when they had Baker Mayfield in there.
They played Georgia last in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, and it was a good game. This year, we'll see what happens. But, of course, Alabama, we already know. As Byron calls the Alabama Invitational, we already know who's going to win. I'm still going to tune in for the behind whoopings and for the Roll Tide to keep going.
And don't worry, Tua has 5 weeks to get ready, by the way. No UCF.
Come on with this UCF.
You listen, okay?
I gotta let them shine, man.
They have been undefeated, okay? They beat Auburn last year. They should have a shot. Yes, could they might get blown by Alabama? Probably, maybe so.
No,
but let them have the shot. They deserve the chance. The quarterback, yes, is hurt. They came back, beat Memphis Saturday. They deserve a chance to be playing in Florida, in the Orange Bowl, against Alabama, and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, you know what the chips would have done? The chips would have had people tuning out after the first quarter.
But I'm curious to see what they do against LSU. I'm very curious.
Say last word. I'll see you guys on.
I was just thinking, I would really like to be in one of these committee rooms when there's the selection. Yeah, there's these selection committee to see how this really goes on, because they was in there for a couple hours. Like, they're in there for a legit 2 hours talking about 4 teams. Well, honestly, honestly, really one team, because Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame was kind of like shoe-ins. Mm-hmm. And the biggest debate was between Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Georgia. I think it was Alabama. I think it's really Alabama and everybody else. Clemson has a shot. Oklahoma's offense, the way the offense plays, they have a chance to beat anybody. But when you give Nick Saban time, he's going to find. He's kind of like the Bill Belichick of college football. He's going to find a way to stop you. So, I mean, I think a criteria that needs to be in place, and I was looking through the criteria that they have by the selection committee, and they're missing I guess future matchups. One thing we don't like seeing in college football is blowouts. So I think the selection committee needs to start thinking about not just the best 4 teams, but the first matchups, because I mean, you're killing the ratings with that.
Expansion is the answer.
I would say
I agree.
6. I would say at least 6.
I agree.
I would love for it to be 6, 8. Keep that thing going. But I mean, I don't know when.
TV deal.
I don't know when anytime soon they're going to expand.
No time soon. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1 on what, D?
The Twitter.
And answer the poll. When should Mike McCarthy have been fired? Now at the end of the season, or should he have been the coach?
When you commit a sin against Aaron Rodgers, they all deserve to go.
All right, we're going to break. When we come back, we got B. Will talking NFL.
What's good, everybody? This is Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the co-founder and executive producer for The Flex Zone. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone, to catch us each and every week. All the craziness that you may have heard or you may not have heard. Go ahead to YouTube, subscribe, The Flex Zone, to catch us. What's good, everybody? You already know who it is. Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000 nicknames. And all I'm saying is go ahead and like our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. You see us every Monday at 10 p.m. on WBGR. So you might as well go ahead and hit that like button for me. Not asking for much. Hit that like button.
Squeeze your skins in there. I mean,
Furniture moving, labs going. It's the Flex Zone, the only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. We're live on that Facebook page. And, of course, we got another special guest for our Sport of the Week segment. This man needs no introduction. I call him Mr. Bowie State. He works here at WBGR and does production. Matter of fact, I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead,
brother. I do production here at WBGR. I also do sports reporting. I write, produce, broadcast, everything.
Everything.
I can do. Everything. I'm an everything threat.
That's right.
Call me, you need me.
Got the one and only B. Will here on the Flex Zone. Finally got you here, bro.
yeah, man.
And he's been here.
I've been in here.
He's literally been
Got a
here.
Provo band in the back.
Well, we got to get straight to it. You're a Redskins fan. Can we get a score update? I don't know if we got a score
It's right now it's 22-13. Eagles lead. They just went for got a touchdown and went for a 2-point conversion and got it. Washington's defense not looking really good right now. Neither is the offense.
If y'all lose this, are y'all done, you think?
I wouldn't say that we're done because we still got the Giants. We already got one win against them, so I think we're going to win that game, sweep them. We got one more crack at Philly at home, so maybe the home field advantage will give us a little bit of a boost. Then we got Dallas. No, we don't have Dallas one more time.
No, that's it. We're done.
We're done with them. At least we win one-on-one. At least we didn't get swept by them this year. So
there you go.
I'm cool with that. But I think that, Washington, they lost Colt McCoy tonight, which was dumb. Now they got to deal with butt fumble in the backfield, slinging it to our weapons. But Adrian Peterson, 33-year-old man, running for 90 yards.
My son.
Up the scene. 33 years old.
Belt included?
Old man who? All right.
That's right.
Still getting it done.
That's
Still
right.
getting it done at 33 years old.
Right, baby.
I always say, it don't matter what your age is. If you are in shape and keep yourself in shape, even when you're not in season, physical shape, you'll be all right. Adrian Peterson embodies that.
Hey,
Yes. Hall of Famer through and through.
I don't think nobody peeped it. He said belt in there.
That included, baby. With Adrian Peterson.
Hey, somebody got jumped in the
Hey, look, he still said he beat his kid.
You got to jump in.
Not me.
Keep your belt on.
Hey, that's what
Keep
they
it
say.
on. Keep your belt on.
Get Uncle Roger out of here, man, with the belt.
Now,
Come on, man.
B. Will, are you in the majority? Do you want Jay Gruden to go?
Oh, man. I think it should be him, Allen, and Snyder.
Fact.
Honestly.
Well, you ain't going to give it an owner. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless
We could be wishful thinking.
Unless somebody makes him a good offer that he's going to buy the team for, it's not going to happen. But I do think we need a new change at the head coaching position because, to be honest, Jay Gruden is very buddy-buddy with the ownership in Washington. And what the Redskins need is a football-minded coach that's concerned about winning football games and not so worried about making money. Because that's what I feel like the Redskins front office is worried more about, making money and not winning the football games. Now, they have a habit of making these little stupid decisions about claiming players that get arrested.
Ruben Foster?
Yes, but will not bring in Colin Kaepernick for a workout. And I said to Daryl in the back, shout out to Daryl. I said to Daryl in the back before I came in here, you have to call him now. Your second string is done for the year with a broken fibula. Now, after the night. And if Sanchez goes down, you got to rely on Jordan Reed to be your quarterback. Great athlete, but not quarterback. He's a tight end / receiver. I need me another quarterback that I know can help me win football games.
Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
He's Minnesota. Sorry
about that.
He's prospering in Minnesota. I'm happy for the man.
Hey,
I'm
Kirk.
happy for him. I'm happy he got his money.
I mean, well, you talk about Washington. I mean, y'all sound like somebody else in y'all division who's kind of buddy with the owner, head coach. I'm just saying, look.
Now I ask both of y'all because
See.
y'all both like the Skins. Would you take Mike McCarthy? Speaking of coaches,
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I would
making
take
sure
Mike McCarthy.
because this guy talking about like it's all his fault.
I ain't
not
said it was
all his
all his
fault.
fault. I said the ownership and the front office included. It's a sad
right now. Call him before Cleveland calls him.
Dan Snyder?
Call Mike McCarthy
Dan Snyder?
before Cleveland
Mike on the
calls him.
phone now.
Mike McCarthy for coupon?
Yes.
Coupon buck?
when
I
you
got
send
you know they cheap, so
when you send against Aaron Rodgers,
Facts,
people
they
need
are.
to go.
so you like Alex Smith for the future though?
I
The
wasn't
media
even
future.
really sold on him for real, because I feel like the same amount of money you gave him, you could have gave Kirk Cousins. In hindsight, Kirk is younger. Smith is getting old. He's almost out of the door. He can still run a little bit here and there, but let's be honest. He's not going to be the Alex Smith that he was back when he was with the 49ers. I need me a young, ready-to-lead quarterback that can carry us to more than freaking 8 wins a season.
I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Jerron just threw somebody out there. Jerron Wesley Harris. He said y'all can take Flacco.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Gerard, why would you?
Stupid.
Gerard, why would you even say
I
such
mean,
things?
for a third round draft pick, sure.
Well, you know.
And you want a what?
No, that's too
You better roll him over us.
We'll take a fifth. We'll take a six.
Give me the belt.
You better just roll him down I-35.
Take a
You gotta
seven.
do it.
I don't want to sloppy second.
Hey,
Get him anyway. Chris Chester. Cano. Y'all always get him anyway. Come on.
I don't want him.
Go ahead, Crevonte. I didn't mean to
think-
cut you off.
I think this is all very goofy, and y'all are all willing participants of it. I'm over it. I think Jay Gruden needs to go. I think Bruce Allen needs to go. I think out of all the goofiness and all the years that I've seen and been a Redskins fan, somehow, some way, he still stands. I compare him to another Washington GM, Ernie Grunfeld.
Ernie Dunfeld.
How is it that through all the goofiness, coach get fired, players leave, players come, players leave, and you still remain? Why is there no responsibility taken?
Hey, ownership
Washington
changed. And he's
sports.
still there, by the way.
Washington sports, except for the Capitals, is cursed. We do not know how to manage money. We do not know how to manage players. We don't know how to build up a championship-winning team, except for the Capitals. But we were just in a rut right now. The Nationals have had a spark, but after last season,
But once again,
Wait a minute.
they let go of management.
Well, Bryce Harper on his way out the door.
Yes.
The Capitals, y'all let your head coach gone after he won
don't understand that move.
the Stanley Cup.
don't
So you sure
understand that
you sure
move.
you're not cursed
I
all the way
don't-
around?
I don't
Like,
even understand that move to begin. Why would you let the man walk? Like,
I'm starting to think it's y'all in Washington.
my thing is, if you have a coach that is consistent with galvanizing a team and helping them win a championship year after year, and I'll make the comparison. When Jimmy Johnson was the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, he handled the games. Jerry handled the money. It was peaceful up until Jerry got greedy and decided to try to take control of everything. Jerry is not a football-minded owner. He's a money-minded owner, just like Allen and Snyder. So, hey.
Well, we
That's
got to
what-
move up 95 north from a team that may not make the playoffs to a team that looks like they are. Ravens win over the Falcons. Lamar Jackson, third straight win. Most rushing yards by a quarterback in his first 3 starts. Lamar Jackson with 265. Next closest is Terrell Pryor with 211. Tim Tebow 199. RG3 198. Randall Cunningham 182. And Deontay Culpepper 169. D, you put on the crown.
Gotta put on the crown, baby.
Excuse me?
Because Raven Mania is running wild, baby.
Goofy crown,
It's
baby.
back. It's back. Lamar Jackson looking good.
Yes.
Throwing motion still scares people, but hey, use the stretch.
What?
Run the ball, baby. You run the ball.
His throwing motion is scary.
You run the ball with Mr.
That jump
Andrews.
shaky.
You get it done, baby. You run it. Well, I ain't a Dixon fan,
You
but
know
hey,
who's-
you can run it with him.
No,
too.
his new
You know
name
whose
is Roly
motion that
Polio.
scares me in general? Markel Fultz.
Oh boy. Oh
That
boy.
man is.
But you know, this
He's
week
not-
is the test now. We got a real team. Atlanta was a cheap imitation. Kansas City's a real team. We're going to see what Raven Mania does there. It's going to be tough. but
Devontae,
We're going to find a way.
That's your who?
Huh?
That's your.
That's my dog.
And they
And
shut
the
your
doghouse,
dog.
baby.
They shut your dog
They
down.
took old yellow to the shed, baby.
That was my Ryan. That's what they did to him.
He will. Do you like what Lamar Jackson's doing?
I love what he's doing. I'm glad that they're finally using him for his arm and not his legs. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but he is making strides to show you that he is the future of this franchise when it comes to a franchise-winning quarterback. Yes, it is.
There's no doubt about it. I said there's no doubt.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you.
Well, you
I
get
didn't
him.
hear you.
Get him. The boy state is getting in you. There's no doubt. No doubt about that.
CIAA champs, baby. Come on now.
See?
First one in school history.
That's
Come on
right.
now.
Thank you
And
for
by
that
the
point.
way,
Thank you.
quarterback Amir Hall was just named HBCU Game Days second year in a row Offensive Player of the Year.
Can he be
That's huge. No, that's
offensive
really
He just
player?
keeps on
That's
taking
huge.
on.
Can he get drafted to be an offensive player?
Can he go to the Redskins?
Oh,
He could. He could. I've had conversations
Ain't
with
going
people
big
saying,
jokes.
well, at first I was against it. Because of the way that the Redskins ownership deals with quarterbacks. But thinking about it, I was like, you know what? If he starts winning games, because here's the thing about Amir. He is good with his arm, but he can also use his legs. You don't necessarily have to. He's not one of those quarterbacks where he just relies on his legs, early on as an NFL rookie. I think that he will be best suited being a pocket passer, but he will use his legs when he has to. Hell, he ran for an 80-yard touchdown run in the CIAA championship game. I knew the brother can run, but that was a gallop. A straight gallop up the seam. He looked like Adrian Peterson running for 90 earlier tonight.
So, Dre, we're going to keep asking the question. Do the Ravens make the playoffs?
Yes. I said as long as Lamar Jackson is in, they'll make the playoffs. But if the minute you put Fluco, Wacko,
Oh, don't worry, he won't be in
Quacko, hey, look, for Uncle Raj and anybody else out there, look, if you think otherwise, you need the damn belt.
Hold up, I got a call. Bashad, you calling back this week again? Yes. Lamar's going to play the rest of the season. You actually going to put Joe on IR.
Send free stuff.
You going to put him in IR?
Send free stuff.
So, Bashad, they're going to put Joe on IR. RG3 is going to be the backup. And Lamar's going to take us to the playoffs, baby.
Yes.
Joe said.
I think that the Ravens will be. I think the top three teams in the AFC is Kansas City. Then it's
Don't reach, B. Will.
I ain't reaching. I'm just
Don't
gonna
reach.
take it.
Okay.
It's the Chiefs, then the Ravens, and then possibly the Chargers.
Okay.
Possibly.
So you think, dude, we have a shot at the division? We only one game back. Half a game, really.
Oh
Yeah, half a game back that time.
If you sweep the rest of the division, y'all will be okay.
We don't have one more
You'll be
division
okay.
game. That's
I
Browns.
That's a dub.
I got a text from
All
Angela.
day.
She said
Hey, Angela.
if the Ravens win Sunday against the Chiefs, she has them winning out. And they can go deep into the playoffs as long as they keep Joe off the field.
Kareem Hunt won't be playing. I'm not scared of Spencer Ware.
Well, you know what? I got a special
Be scared of that
message for
bad
Angela.
boy, Pat Mahomes boy.
Pat Mahomes.
Message.
That's my man.
Angela, guess
Oh,
what, baby?
Oh, jeez.
Guess what? Lamar,
Here he comes.
he better get it done. Because if he don't get it done, he getting this right here.
Oh, boy.
He's getting the
Oh,
belt.
boy.
So you run for your life and run from this belt.
You better run
That's right.
for
Go
your
for
life.
200 more yards this
You
week.
better run for your
Mark
life.
Savoy says, of course, on fact, in those 3 Scrubs team played. And he also said, I've never seen Redskins fans that don't have grandkids. So I guess he's young. Shout out to Mark. And Jerron said Mark's petty.
Hey, yo, don't like that, man. Like it, unlike it, then like it again. That's funny.
Raj, like that, baby.
That's funny.
Like it.
That's
Shout out
funny.
to everybody tuning in on the Flex Zone. So we got to do game ball, not so game ball. B Will, pretty much game ball is the standout of the week. Not so game ball, dub of the week.
Game ball of the week. I will give that to the Chargers. Came into hostile territory
Yes.
in a place where it's very hard to win. Cold environment, which they're not used to because they're out in sunny California, which
Yeah,
I'm very
little
jealous
Hall
of.
of Famers was
But,
out there last
you know,
night.
it was a tale of two halves. First half was abysmal for them.
Terrible.
Second half, they came out, was hitting they targets on third down, going on long drives. Who was that running back? Oh, okay, that was a missed call. Okay, I will admit it was a missed call. But refs have been messing up calls all season long.
Josh Jackson, the
Not just for the Chargers, they've been messing them up for Washington.
For everybody.
Everybody.
They've been consistently bad. Okay.
Consistent. They're freaking.
Like, how many helmet-to-helmet calls are you going to miss?
They're so.
And that's y'all.
what-
And that's y'all.
that's
thing. That's
the
y'all
NFL.
rule. That's y'all rule.
I think they only call it for when it's a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. If it's not a
That's
quarterback
crazy.
getting
They
hit,
don't- that's
they
crazy.
really don't care.
But that's crazy. So only
Really
quarterbacks
don't
get concussions?
Because
only
think
ones that
about
get
it,
concussions, that's crazy.
the rules now in the NFL are tailor-made to protect the quarterback and
right.
to favor him
You're right.
at the same time.
You're right.
You're right. But I think it's funny though that they did actually get 3 calls right in a row on the special teams. I was like,
Because the Steelers are goofy. Because the
I was
Steelers
like
are goofy.
I was like 3 times
Steelers
in
are
a row
very
though.
goofy.
Yeah, because he probably would have missed that if they didn't jump
Thank
offside.
you. That's what I was saying.
We know how the Chargers kickers are.
How do you jump off sides 3 times?
They're trying to get that block.
You block it one time, but then you still get
At that point, they were kicking an extra point.
A regular extra point. A regular extra point from a couple years ago. Extra point. Old school extra point.
At that point, they basically gave the Chargers the game.
Yeah.
At that moment, they gave the Chargers.
Once you did it twice, I was like, oh, damn. That's 10 yards.
And I appreciate that.
Each.
I appreciate
$10 each. Okay, keep fucking it up.
We love the Stanley defense here. We love it.
Your not so game ball?
Not so game ball. Oh, man. Shoot, who let me down this week? I would have to say the Saints.
I'm glad you said that because now I can look into the camera and say,
"Oh God,
how about them Dallas Cowboys?"
Oh God,
Saints let you down. Are they still the team to beat in the NFC, or you like the Rams better?
I like even though the Saints got a win against the Rams, I think that if the roles were reversed and we're playing in Los Angeles, Rams have it. Rams have it.
I think the biggest
because I've been saying the Rams.
The biggest thing for the Rams, Aqib Talib is back.
Oh yeah,
that's huge.
Oh yeah,
that's huge for that secondary.
They've already proven that offensively, nobody can stop them from putting up 30 points a game, possibly even 40.
So if they can get anything on defense,
and you already got two monsters at the defensive line. Getting Deontay Flowers from the Jaguars was a steal in free agency. You add Aqib Talib to the mix and Marcus Peters on the other end. Just give them the
Aaron Donald's the best.
Give them the Lombardi and cancel
football, baby. Deagle it.
All right, game ball. Good old Tom Brady, 1,000 yards
God
rushing.
damn you.
I tell you, that old bastard still can go. I mean, that old Tom Brady still can go. I tell you, New England.
You can't call that man old.
The New England Patriots rolling.
You can't call him a bastard.
I got to give him credit.
Call him old. You can't call him a bastard.
I can.
You gotta be respectful to that man.
When I got the crown, I can do whatever I want.
He acts like a bastard at times.
Hey, look. Hey, man.
You're wearing the crown for the Ravens, correct?
Yes, I am.
And they haven't been to the Super Bowl since.
That's all right, though. We ain't talking about your Redskins right now. I'm
talking about your Ravens.
Well, I've been much more recent than your Redskins. Anyway, not so game ball. Indianapolis coach, you stuck the joint up. How you scoring no points against Jacksonville?
Jerron agrees with you. Jerron says the Coastal is not so game ball.
It ain't like Jacksonville offense was great. I mean,
their offense got suspended. Leonard Fournette.
The coach.
The entire offense got
suspended. You talking about making the playoffs? Nah.
Crevonte, start low and high, then I'll go to Dre.
I think you start low. I mean, the Green Bay Packers. I mean, from the gameplay on the field to the gameplay off the field. The hasty overreaction of firing Mike McCarthy with 4 games left in the season is a bit much, and it shows that you guys don't know what you're doing, and you just had an all-time great, and you don't know what to do with them.
Again, when you lose to the Arizona Cardinals like you did, heads need to roll.
I think that's what broke the camel's back was the loss to the Cardinals, one of the worst. Arguably the team with the worst record in the NFL.
They only have one win. They only have 2 wins against one team this year.
2 wins
against one team. The Browns. They beat them twice.
Against one.
My thing is it's one game and he's done way more good than bad.
Well, lately he's been doing a lot of bad.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's an overreaction. Usually your first reaction is usually your worst reaction. And I think that's what the Green Bay Packers did. But that's my not so game ball. And my game ball, I'm gonna be specific. I'm gonna say Van Der Esch.
The tackling Dutchman, baby.
Inside linebacker for them damn Dallas Cowboys.
He was hot.
That ball was everywhere. That ball was everywhere. And Byron, if we go back to when we looked over the draft, they criticized that pick.
I criticized it. I'm not gonna lie.
They criticized that pick because we were already screaming for the Cowboys that they needed a wide receiver.
No.
And they took Van Der Esch, who was a really high volume tackler in college, but they didn't think they could get they didn't think they were gonna get the player they got, obviously, but they need other needs.
And now Sean Lee
inside linebacker, and
I was getting ready to say
him teaming up with Jalen Smith, which was another good pick the previous year, and he didn't even play that year. Hey man, Cowboys got a nice little tandem at inside linebacker.
Real quick, B1.
I gotta give it to them. The Cowboys were onto something on that draft pick. Van Der Esch, even though I'm the biggest Cowboy hater you will find on this side of the DMV, that was a good pick because everybody's arguing, oh, we need a receiver, we need a receiver this, we need a receiver that. Well, you got your receiver. His name is Amari Cooper. You got him in free agency. You happy now? Okay, Jerry still got some sense.
Well,
Jerry still has some
sense.
Right? But yeah, for years to come, opposing offense is going to have to worry about 55 and 54.
Go ahead, Dre.
I agree.
All right. My game ball actually goes to the Texans for winning 9 straight games after losing their first 3, and Deshaun Watson for having a team record with 17 straight games with a touchdown.
That's my team.
Now,
that's a bad
That's
man.
my second team.
That's the next bad man.
Yes, he is bad.
Now going from one bad man to a very just awful bad man.
Oh gosh.
Baker Mayfield. You're not Money Mayfield this week.
Just
You're just Baker.
The Baker.
You mean baked?
I don't understand how you throw 3 interceptions within 6 passing attempts. I
done before Madden.
That's a
Yeah, there's that.
You see what this guy lives in. That's why he just loves Aaron Rodgers, because it's a video game.
No. You remember. You be respectful to the great Aaron Rodgers.
One ring older than you.
One ring.
One
One ring.
And that's why he's even more attractive.
Gave him great Hall of Fame.
I agree.
He is
Keep going.
great.
Keep going.
Have you seen that man stat? Have you seen
Dre,
he make
keep
many
going, Dre.
mistakes?
Keep going, Dre.
He only got 1 interception
He
this year.
doesn't make many, but
you
without
don't?
the requisite
Yeah.
playmakers around him,
That's anybody.
What does
That's
he have?
anybody.
he's not like Tom
Yeah,
Brady
yeah.
where he can make Joe Blow off the street look like
That's
a
right,
Super
B-Will.
Bowl
You tell him.
MVP.
No.
Tell
That's anybody.
That-
But when Aaron Rodgers get hurt, dang it, the team goes in the toilet. When Tom Brady gets hurt, the Patriots still roll.
No,
Okay?
when you have a defense
that's
that
a
is
Super Bowl ring.
when you have a defense that is
Right.
trash like the Packers defense,
And yes, it
then
is.
you become a
And that's
victim.
even more worse. That's even worse. More
For
simple.
real, you should have fired the defensive coordinator.
I agree.
because
They all
that's
need to
where
go.
the problem
They all
was.
need to go. I told you that. They all need to
I
go.
agree. Yep. I
When
agree.
they lose to Atlanta Sunday, fire some more.
Well, my game ball, not so game ball. I'm going to just give up game ball to the Ravens. Y'all did y'all thing, but not so game ball. Lamar, stop fumbling the ball. Because we're going to make Uncle Roger a believer that he's a franchise quarterback. And he will be better than Joe Flacco. He will do better than M&T Bank commercials. He will actually love his team. And
boy.
he will love him.
You go ahead.
Well, you said
Yes.
it.
No.
You said it down.
Yes. All right, we got to keep it moving.
The only way he's going to win a Super Bowl is if he wins a Super Bowl.
No.
Really?
Get your behind up out of here.
Really?
He's so
Really?
old and saying that. And Q, you're jesting. And
And they do.
we got to get to these picks. We're going to skip around. We'll start Giants, Redskins. I let the Redskins fans go. Who wins this week?
Redskins.
I don't like it. I'm gonna say Giants.
I like the Giants on the road in the win.
Ravens, Chiefs. You can.
Chiefs. It's an Arrowhead.
I gotta go with Kansas City in the close.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Chiefs.
Colts, Texans.
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 Of course.
Houston.
That's my team.
Panthers, Browns.
God dang.
Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers.
I'm gonna go
this
with the
week.
Panthers one more
This
week.
is their bounce back game.
But if they lose
It's the
this
bounce
week-
back game.
Something gotta happen down there too.
I'm going with the Browns.
This y'all
Eagles,
screaming
Eagles,
trash.
boys. Eagles, Cowboys.
How about them Dallas Cowboys?
I hope both teams lose.
Tie.
I had to stick with the Cowboys. I think the Eagles are sure
And
we
Sunday
win.
night we got
Cowboys at home.
Rams, Bears.
Rams.
If Michigan,
The Rams.
if Michigan plays, which I think he will, I like
Very
Chicago
goofy
at
tandem.
home.
Yeah, very goofy tandem over here.
I think
Vikings,
Chicago
Seahawks.
Go Rams. Go Rams.
That's a toss-up.
It's over.
Seahawks.
That's a
Kirk
toss-up.
Cousins
Seahawks get making
might
the
be over for you,
playoffs.
brother.
I'm going for you, Captain Kirk.
I like Seattle.
Seattle at home.
B-Will, how can they keep up with you? Social
Follow me on social media, IG and Twitter at BWillMedia. You can also have me on Facebook at Brandon Williams, in parentheses, B Will. Also like my sports fan page, Brandon A. Williams, B Will Media TV.
Quick break. We'll be right back with Goofies of the Week. Once again, let's get it for B-Will. Relax on. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. We'll be right back.
Remember when he's at the Rams, the Rams.
Crevonte Hurd, CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Crevonte_Hurd on Instagram, and I'm with.
With your friendly neighborhood cousin D. And of course, you can check me out on the Twitter at DieSportingNet. And of course, Instagram, undercase DMARUSD.
And of course, check out WBGR Sports Network and check us out, The Flex Zone, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Facebook Live.
Every Monday, so if it's the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs, Monday Night Football, or...
Did you just say Monday nights?
Sweet! What is this? What is this? Get off me.
This is your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000
Goofy.
nicknames.
Goofy nicknames.
Hey, look.
What do you want?
Look, I want them to tune in every Monday
That's
at
right.
10 p.m. to see us live for all the debates that we have.
And
Right.
goofiness.
And all the goofiness, too.
Because we are the only place that can do what, Crevonte?
Give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Hey guys, this is Crevonte Hurd here. I am the senior producer and co-founder of the Flex Zone. Follow me, Crevonte Hurd, at CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Crevonte_Hurd. I am the voice of reason on the show. I point out all goofiness when I see it, and trust me, there is a lot of it. Check us out.
Ain't that right? Come on, man.
Get out of here. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. The goofiness. There it goes.
We're back here on the Flex Zone, the only place giving you sports how you want it, when you need it. And it's that time of the year where people are filled with cheer and goofiness. It's Crevonte's Goofies of the Week.
Oh.
That never gets old. All right, guys. These are my Goofies of the Week. Sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to let me get off my chest, get this goofiness off my chest. The stuff that I seen this week that I thought was goofy. I have two, but I'm gonna bunch them together because one can't go without the other. You guys already know. Green card, low level goofy. Red card, high level goofy. And I think I'm gonna keep it red this week once more. Green card hasn't been getting much love. I'm gonna get back to it, guys. I'm definitely gonna get back to it. But this week, it's all red, baby. We're gonna go first stop, Kareem Hunt. Everybody take a deep breath. Kareem Hunt. So, if you guys don't know already, Kareem Hunt has been released from the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's on the he's suspended indefinitely from the entire NFL because of domestic violence issues. So, from what I've seen, a video surfaced that happened in February, and it's now November, guys. For you guys keeping track, he got into an altercation with a female, and pushed her and kicked her while she was down. It's crazy how one thing can happen, i.e. Ray Rice situation, and then it's so bad and it's so crazy that it still ends up happening again. Kareem Hunt is still in his prime. I believe he's 23 years old. And it's a very, very good chance that he will not play another snap pro level in the NFL ever again because he couldn't control himself. Now, a couple things that's goofy about this. He asked for an exclusive interview with Lisa Salters to say what exactly? Lisa wanted to ask him to go into detail about what happened, and his answers, which I heard this quite a bit during the interview. Oh, it doesn't matter. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Blah blah this. Blah blah blah. I apologize. Blah blah this. Blah blah that. What good does the exclusive interview do you if you're not gonna go into detail about it for this exclusive interview? Lisa Salter, that was a waste of her time. Had him in this cooped up room with your jersey in the background. Don't nobody want to see nothing with your name on it right now, Kareem Hunt. Like, who's on your PR team? Your homeboys? Obviously, because that was terrible. You're a terrible interviewer. You're very, very, very goofy.
He had some round the way people.
But but something that's handcuffed to him, the NFL. So, the NFL so-called investigated this back in February. So, another thing about Kareem Hunt. He did lie. He wasn't truthful with the Kansas City Chiefs. So, that's also very goofy. One of the major differences between him and Ray Rice. Same result, though. But the NFL so-called did investigations and were aware of this video back when it happened in February. Now, a couple things. Remember I said the word investigation. NFL did not contact the woman involved, nor did they contact Kareem Hunt. They were only in contact with the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs was then in contact with Kareem Hunt. Kansas City Chiefs talked to Kareem Hunt, got the story, told the NFL. They decided to do nothing. They decided to do nothing. They knew there was a video out, and they decided to do nothing. The NFL has people all over the place. This is a $1 billion industry. They have ex-law enforcement, ex-guys that work for various branches of the government. These guys that investigate. They pay people a lot of money to investigate. Something they didn't do in this situation. And how is it that somehow, like I said before, NFL is a $1 billion industry. So how is it that TMZ continues to break these stories? Another media outlet that's willing to pay whatever the price is to get this story. How much money do you think? How much do y'all think TMZ is worth? I'd say for one thing, it ain't $1 billion. The NFL has so-called been all about making it better for domestic violence issues and putting a stop to it, but they're not doing everything they can in their power to get their hands on a video from a hotel in Cleveland. I mean, if anything, TMZ paid. How much do you really think TMZ paid for this video?
6 figures at least, right?
Probably what? $50,000, $100,000. The NFL could have doled out $1 million just for this video not to get out, because this is a slap in everybody's face. Everybody dropped the ball here. NFL, Kansas City Chiefs, and Kareem Hunt. Everybody dropped the ball here, so everybody looks goofy. So why not put a little money aside? A little extra money just so this won't get out, because the same thing, almost the same timeline, happened with Ray Rice. Happened in February. Now Ray Rice happened in September, and this will happen in November. But still, the time gap is great. So NFL, I'm trying to figure out, this is where y'all being goofy. Y'all so-called investigated, but I didn't investigate the two main people involved. Like I don't understand. Y'all got all this money, and y'all claim y'all about domestic violence and making things better, player safety, all this other stuff, and you're not doing it. Why not save yourself some sponsorship money? This is how you lose sponsors. This is how you lose the women fan base. I mean, this is ultimately very, 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 very goofy. They got all this money and can't contact the main people involved. I think that's the goofiest thing for them to quote unquote investigate. And you know, to this day they're still investigating.
What are you investigating?
What are you investigating? The video is out. You fired the man. You fired the guy that was involved. What are you investigating?
How it got out.
Goofies. NFL, Kareem Hunt, y'all are my goofies of the week. Get it together. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and y'all are on the wrong end of it. Get it together, guys. Get it together.
Goofies of the week presented by Crevonte.
You want to crown them? Then crown them, goofies. Crown them.
Let's get 2 minutes on the clock for that rapid fire. I'm going to go to you, Crevonte. Stay with the goofiness. Do you want to see another Fury Wilder fight?
Sure. Why not?
D, do you want to see, outside of this Pacquiao Broner, who would you like to see match up next year?
Next year, I would like to see Keith Thurman up against not Garcia. We always seen that, but I can't think of the guy. Earl Spence. There you go.
Dre, what's next for Kareem Hunt?
The Cowboys.
There you go.
I'll go back to Crevonte. The Chiefs vulnerable without Kareem Hunt?
Yes, very much so.
D, are the Patriots the favorites in the AFC with Brady?
Yes, because they're still the champions, so yes, they're still the favorite.
D, will Mike McCarthy get another job?
Yes, Cleveland Browns.
And Dre, who wins the NFC North? Vikings or my Bears?
Bears.
Crevonte,
The Bears.
Chargers and Ravens have the AFC wild card locked up. Is it there for the take?
Nope. I think those be the two teams.
And I go to you, D. Dolphins, Colts, Broncos, all 6-6. Who has the chance to make it out of those three?
The only one's the Broncos because of the schedule, but
They could win the last
they will
week.
have to get a better record than the Ravens because they lost to the Ravens in week 3.
Broncos could win out. And Dre, I'll go to you. NFC wild card. You got Seattle and Washington. You got Vikings and Panthers, Eagles, and Bucks and
The Bucks?
Hunt. Wow. Who's more likely to get the wild card in the NFC?
Seattle and the Vikings, I would say, are my two teams.
Crevonte, no goofy of the week for Odell. He failed to recover the onside kick. Any effort?
What are you doing, bro? All this money you got. Come on, baby. Gotta do better. But he did throw a touchdown pass, so, you know.
Best quarterback on the field Sunday. D, will defenses figure out Lamar Jackson?
Yes, I think they will. The Chargers defense, I think, is the best one because they blitz a whole bunch. got to be able to play from behind. We'll see how Lamar does when that happens.
Crevonte, who was better at this stage, Lamar Jackson or RG3? Wow. I guess 3 games in, 4 games in.
Well, come on.
RG3.
Yeah, RG3 was better.
No doubt.
Dre, what LA team is more likely to reach Super Bowl? Rams or Chargers?
The Rams.
It was a nice
Go Chargers, go.
That was a gimme. That was a gimme.
I don't know about flip.
Crevonte, what job would you rather have, Packers or Browns?
Packers.
I
You're trying to get me. You want me to fail, don't you?
And D, will Pat Mahomes be MVP?
Yes, I think Pat Mahomes will be the MVP. Pat
And
Mahomes.
Dre,
Is that like
put your hand to the right and say it with me. Are the Cowboys a threat to the NFC? And go and say it to the people.
Yes. And how about them Dallas Cowboys?
And I'll ask this for all of y'all. Who the best team in the NFC now?
The Rams.
Trying to be one of the best.
We will celebrate the Rams.
It's the Rams.
It's the Rams.
And Ross, come wear the crown real quick. You leading the pick still.
Oh, yes, baby.
Yeah, you leading the picks.
Yes, I am, baby.
He has, how
the
many
king
he
is
got?
finally here, baby. The king, yes. I am
Yes, I don't even know.
back. Baby.
He has 129. I have 125. I'm still in second place. But you be listening to the
I'm
Flex
coming
on
this
WBGR on place. Give me your sports how you want it when you need it. Like the Facebook page, Flex on 1. Watch In Between the Zone. Come back soon, right, Dre?
Yes, sir.
Instagram and what, D?
The Twitter.
At the Flex Zone 1 YouTube channel. Not the first one, the only one. YouTube.com/the Flex Zone 1. Next week, our guest is
Daryl
from WBGR. Keep it in the WBGR family. Shout out to Daryl in the back. We coming for you next week, baby. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Like I said, email us to FlexZone1 if you want to be a guest. And like I said, every week, and Uncle Raj wearing the crown and got the belt. We gone.
Hey.
You, Kareem Hunt.